Okay. So this is going to be my first ever lightsaber review video. My first ever review video in general. But here it is. I got the Anakin Skywalker Master Replica Episode 3 lightsaber from Superneox. It has the SN-V4 Pro board. It's my first time having this particular board. I've always had Xenopixel V3 or V2. So I'd say this is a little bit of an upgrade with the board. But the hilt, my goodness, the hilt is beautiful. I'd say it's an exact replica from the movie in the Clone Wars show. Any picture I compare it to online, I can't find any real differences to the saber and the pictures that I see online. So it's an exact replica. And I know Superneox didn't actually make this saber, they're just a reseller, but they're selling a damn good product. This thing is beautiful, and whoever does make this actually crafts this awesome job, dude. This is freaking beautiful. Anyways, I paid about $431 for it. Originally it was like $478, but I had a discount code, so got a little bit off. Shipping is free, and it came from Hong Kong, and I live in Indiana in the US. It took 14 days to get here, 2 weeks, which is not terrible, actually. I expected a little bit longer. I ordered it on July 1st. It got here on the 14th, the day I went to go see the Superman movie. It's a good day. Got my saber, saw a good movie. Awesome. Alright, let's turn it on.
Power on.
And in advance, I'd like to say sorry, because this video is probably going to suck. I'm going to be rambling all over the place. Never done a review video before. So, but it's powered on with this button, which is the power button. And then this back button is the auxiliary button. I've never had a 2 button before, so it took some learning. But it's got gesture control. I could be wrong, but I believe this was Obi-Wan's sound font. But I will go through them. It's got that nice smooth swing. And the camera's picking it up a little bit, but something that Xenopixel didn't have was this classic movie flicker, which is technically called audio flicker. I didn't get that with Xenopixel. The app that Xenopixel has is not nearly as customizable as the SN-V4 Pro is. So, it's awesome. So let's go through some of these sound fonts. Quinlan Voss from the Clone Wars. The smooth swing is pretty good on most of these fonts. There are some fonts where it doesn't track the best, but most of them are really good with the smooth swing, which is an upgrade from Xenopixel V3, because not a lot of the sound fonts on there were 100% smooth swing. You know what I mean? But
Reborn.
Now that says Reborn. I don't know if it's referring to Darth Revan or if it's referring to the Reborn from Jedi Academy. I don't know. But I have a greenish yellow blade on there. And with most of my sound fonts, I have that classic audio flicker, because that's my favorite. I love it. The blade effect.
The Butcher.
The Butcher, I'm not really sure who that is, to be honest. Sounds cool. More like a dark side font. Sound font.
Temple Guard.
Temple Guard. And I really like the Temple Guard saber. I like that it has those hinges on it where you can flip it out into a double blade instead of having it be the 2 parallel blades. It's badass. Let me turn it on.
Starkiller.
Starkiller, Force Unleashed. Galen Merrick. Vader's Secret Apprentice. Technically not canon, but I think he could be written in the canon pretty easily if the writers actually gave a shit. Which some do. Not a lot do anymore, but some still do. Star Wars writers.
Ventress.
Ventress. I'm not sure if this is her Sith saber or her yellow saber from her own little mini-series. I never got to see that one yet. I don't have any high speed. I can't watch Disney Plus without it. Sucks. Or if it's just her Clone Wars one. Not sure. But either way, it's a red blade. And from the sound of it, I'd like to guess that it's her Sith blade, but I could be wrong. Probably not, though.
Leia.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Leia. I got a purple blade. We only ever saw her lightsaber in a brief flashback in episode... I believe that was episode 9 we saw the flashback. I don't think we saw it in The Last Jedi. Oh, what a terrible movie that was. All the sequels aren't the greatest. They have the potential to be great. They could have been great if the writers gave a shit. But then you can tell by Rise of Skywalker, they were just like, we don't care. Just throw it out there to make money. But I'm not. This isn't a video complaining about the sequels. It's still Star Wars. I'll still watch it. I'll still enjoy it. But the quality is down here when it comes to the originals and the prequels and all the other shows. Way down here. While the other stuff is up here. Right.
Prepare a boarding party.
Vader. Him and Anakin are my favorite characters. Even though they're the same character. But they're not. Kind of a split personality type thing. Almost. Not necessarily split personality. If you know Star Wars enough and you know Vader enough, you know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah. And this has always been my top favorite lightsaber, Anakin's episode 3. Next I gotta get Vader's. And there are like 4 to 5 different versions of Vader's, as to where Anakin's only has 2. He has his episode 2 version and then this version. I mean, this lightsaber, there are many different versions of this lightsaber, but this particular model is Anakin's from episode 3. There's 5, I believe, of the Graflex sabers. There's this one, which got these little grooves. I like that. It's got that little thumb thing right here. It's where I put my thumb most of the time. The switch box has that little... Can't really see it well on the camera. It's just a shitty phone, but it's got that little design. As to where episode 4, the saber's a little bit fatter due to real life reasons, the models they used, the props I mean. And this button is taken out. I believe the back button is a different color. These rubber things are more closer to the Switch. The Switch doesn't have these things. The Switch doesn't have this. It's got a little clamp. And then it's got the classic bubble strip. And that's the episode 4 version. Then we got the episode 5 version, where the switch box looks a little more like this with the design, but it still has the clamp, I believe. And then the rubber parts down here has these little ridges at the very bottom of near the pommel, but I think that's a little silly. I don't know why they did that. And then the episode 7 version is essentially the same version of the episode 5 version. It's just a little tweaked. And then we got the Rise of Skywalker version, where it got split in half and then reforged, which it looks okay. Well, the movie wasn't the greatest. I did like the saber. It was okay. Right. More onto these rest of these sound fonts.
Ahsoka.
Like I said, I'm gonna ramble. Ahsoka from Rebels. Her classic white. Looks a little bluish on the camera, but it's her white. It's the white saber. Those are sabers I'd like to get too, but those are way more pricey than this to get both of them. Anakin. Obviously, one of my favorite fonts on here. Like, I don't know where I would rank it at in a top 3 or top 5, but it is one of my top favorites.
Ayla Secura.
Ayla Secura, the Twi'lek Jedi, the blue one from Clone Wars and the other movies. I know her saber's blue, but like green.
Dappa Balaba.
Depa Balaba, which was Caleb Dune / fucking hell, Kanan Jarrus, of course. Kanan's master in the Clone Wars. And then she died in the Bad Batch during Order 66. Ooh, my controller. That's not good.
Kenobi. Kenobi.
Maul from Rebels.
Count Dooku.
Dooku. I don't know who the hell that one's is. It doesn't say anything. It sounds okay. Palpatine. Definitely one of my favorite fonts on here. I believe there are 27 or 32. It's one of those two, and I could be wrong, but it's around that number. And you can add customs if you had you can add extra and custom fonts if you have a PC, but I'm poor and I don't, so got to deal with what I got on here, which it not complaining because there's some pretty nice fonts on here. I think that this was Cal. Let's see. Yep, this is Cal Kestis from the Fallen Order games. And I held this little button down back here while it was turned on, and then I twisted it. And it does little quotes, force effects. That's cool. Yoda. Ben, which is Kylo Ren. I have a blue unstable blade.
I am the Inquisitor.
And here's, I'm going to stop on this one, and I think there's only a few fonts left to show, but there's taking up a lot of time already. And this is the Grand Inquisitor. Probably my top favorite one on here. So at least number one or number two. Is that sound right there. Sounds like he's doing the spinning effect with his double blades. Alright. Now I'm not going to go through the blade effects because there's way too many of those, and most people who know these sabers know the blade effects anyways. I'm going to go through some of the ignition styles it has. Well, I'm going to go through all of them. This is just classic, regular ignition.
Hunter ignition.
And I hold down the power button when it's turned off to cycle through those. This is Hunter. A more classic one. This is on a lot of the different soundboards. Most of them, if not all of them.
Cross ignition.
This one's new. I haven't seen this one until I got this saber. It's a little similar to the phaser ignition, where it starts on that side and meets in the middle, but it's a little different. The animation's different. I like it.
Phaser ignition.
Phaser. A little different than the one on Xenopixel, but essentially still the same.
Photon
I keep wanting to hit that button for some reason. Photon ignition.
Tell me, is this training?
My training?
See, I did it.
Always training. The universe is.
I just changed sound fonts and I didn't mean to. This is the classic Luke sound font. Now back through these ignition styles.
Hunter ignition.
We saw that.
Cross
We
ignition.
saw that.
Phaser
We
ignition.
saw that.
Photon
And
ignition.
we saw that.
Broken ignition.
We're on this one. hit that button. I have a habit of wanting to hit this back button, and I'm not really sure why.
Machine ignition.
Machine ignition. Starting to sweat my ass off in here. Oh, it's hot as hell in this room. I had to turn my air conditioner off to do this little video because it's loud. I want to be able to hear anything over that sound.
Burst
So
ignition.
I'm going to end it here pretty soon. After I go through these ignitions. This one said burst ignition. Which to me, I think that's a pod racer starting up. That's exactly what that sounds like.
Hunter stack ignition.
Hunter stack. Like that one.
Oh my G.
This one's cool. We saw this one already, but I didn't really comment on it. Oh my! It's cool.
Stack ignition.
Stack.
Sputtering ignition.
Sputtering. That's kind of like Rey's yellow lightsaber. That's kind of what they're trying to do.
Standard
And
ignition.
then standard. But yeah. This is the... a little closer. Anakin Skywalker Master Replica from Superneox. And I got the SNV4 Pro version. There is a version, I think there's an RGB version, and then there's a Xenopixel V3 version, and then there's, I don't know, no, actually there is no Xenopixel. It goes from RGB to this to Profi. Yeah, okay. So yeah, here's the saber. Beautiful saber from these guys, not disappointed whatsoever. Everything works, everything's all good. Customer service seems to be cool when I was trying to contact them about shipping and such, just to get my information, just know everything. I'm like that. They were really responsive and everything was cool. Price was what I expected for this saber. I expected it to be pretty pricey, and getting the SNV4 Pro board, I know it's pricey, and I know a lot of people say you can find these on AliExpress. I don't know. I've never bought anything from AliExpress. I don't trust AliExpress. So I'm just going to stick to the lightsaber resellers. I'm okay with spending a couple extra dollars. You know, I work for my money, so I can do what the hell I want. But yeah. Anakin Skywalker saber. My first review video. Probably not the greatest. Probably won't get a lot of views, but it is what it is. I had fun doing it. So cool. Bye.